Here's who stood out during the 10th practice of 49ers training camp. Usually I start with the good, but today I'm starting with the not so good because it's more noteworthy. But hang in there, I have lots of good to report as well. Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. He had his annual abysmal practice. Threw 3 picks and completed just 12 of 22 passes. The first interception was a pick 6 Garoppolo threw to Richard Sherman. Garoppolo was under center. He turned his back to the defense to carry out a play fake, turned back around, saw pressure in his face, and sailed a pass over Kendrick Bourne that landed right in Sherman's hands. It was the 3rd time Garoppolo has thrown this exact interception in camp. You'd like to see him learn from his mistakes. Later, he threw a pass to tight end Charlie Woerner, but cornerback Tim Harris Jr. tipped it to safety Johnathan Cyprien, who made the interception. Then, Javon Kinlaw picked off Garoppolo after tipping his pass at the line of scrimmage. Finally, just to top it off and give everyone who was watching some Super Bowl deja vu, Garoppolo overthrew a deep pass to Kendrick Bourne, who was open running a post route. Just a horrendous practice from the franchise quarterback. But not as horrendous as last year when he threw 5 picks on 5 consecutive throws in one practice. And he went to the Super Bowl last season. So don't panic. This is all part of Garoppolo's routine. Right guard Tom Compton. He was even worse than Garoppolo despite throwing 0 picks. I always can tell when Compton is on the field because he gets knocked straight back by a defensive tackle when the center snaps the ball. Compton simply can't hold his ground at guard. He should not make the team, but probably will. Tight end Jordan Reed. He did not participate in team drills after making his team drills debut on Tuesday. Can Reed practice 2 days in a row? Does he even need to? Or is he already the best tight end on the team? Or am I forgetting somebody? Tight end Charlie Woerner. He has received lots of targets from Garoppolo since backup tight end Ross Dwelley injured his foot. Woerner had been catching the targets because Kyle Shanahan had schemed him open. But Woerner can't get open by himself. And so today, he got 3 targets from Garoppolo and caught just 1. Woerner is far too muscled up and stiff to beat man-to-man coverage. But he probably is a good blocker. Cornerback Richard Sherman. He tripped over his own feet during positional drills and went down. He immediately grabbed his left foot, not the surgically repaired right Achilles. Still, the 49ers seemed scared. John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, and Robert Saleh walked across the field to check on Sherman. But he was okay. He walked off the injury and played through it even though it clearly bothered him. He hobbled around the field all morning and still had a pick 6. He's incredible. I've never seen an athlete rely less on athleticism than Sherman. He's a genius. Cornerback Emmanuel Mosley. He finally got to play with the starters and broke up a pass in the end zone intended for Kendrick Bourne. All Mosley does is break up passes. Cornerback Jason Verrett. He played with the second string defense and broke up a C.J. Beathard pass intended for Sean Poindexter. This was the first pass breakup I've seen Verrett make in camp. He seems to be gaining confidence. Linebacker Fred Woerner. The best defensive player on the field today. Nick Bosa is out for the rest of camp with a muscle strain in his leg. Woerner is so big and strong, he looks like a completely different person than last year. And he hits so hard. Today, he rocked Raheem Mostert as Mostert ran out of bounds. Mostert objected to the collision, but no one else did. The coaching staff loved it. Defensive end Arik Armstead. He's what Javon Kinlaw might become one day. Armstead is so freaking powerful. He doesn't even seem to care about sacking the quarterback during one-on-ones. He just wants to bully the person in front of him. Today, Armstead took turns bullying Compton and Mike McGlinchey. I would hate to have to block Armstead. Seems painful. Defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw. He tipped and intercepted a pass during team drills because he's big and disruptive. But he needs to lower his pads when he rushes the quarterback to unlock his full power. He can learn that from Armstead. Defensive tackle Kevin Gibbons. The best defensive tackle on the 49ers not named Armstead or DJ Jones. Gibbons is better right now than Solomon Thomas and Kentavious Street and Javon Kinlaw. Today, Gibbons beat the second best guard on the roster, Colton McKivitz, 2 out of 3 times in one-on-ones. The 49ers better put Gibbons on their 53-man roster, or another team probably will claim him. Safety Johnathan Cyprien. He intercepted yet another tip pass. It seems he has picked off a dozen of them in camp. He's always in the right place at the right time. I'm guessing the 49ers would like him to be one of their 6 veterans on the practice squad, but he's playing better than backup safety Marcel Harris, so maybe Cyprien deserves a spot on the team. Safety Tarvarius Moore. He almost never gives up a catch during one-on-ones. Today, he beat Charlie Woerner and Chase Herrell. Moore should be the 49ers' secret weapon on defense this season. He can cover man-to-man. Wide receiver Dante Pettis. He had his second fantastic practice of camp. He caught 3 passes from Garoppolo, 2 over the middle, and 1 in the end zone for a touchdown. If Pettis played like this every day, he'd be a quality starter. It seems the 49ers are moving him into the slot more often, and he's having success. Maybe that's the future for him. Wide receiver Kendrick Bourne. He beat Emmanuel Mosley with the slant route in the red zone for a touchdown. It's fun watching those two play against each other. Such an even matchup. Wide receiver Jauan Jennings. He beat Jerick Mckinnon with the slant route in the red zone for a touchdown. Jennings is Bourne 2.0. Good 7th round pick for the 49ers. Running back Jerick McKinnon. He beat Fred Woerner with an out route during one-on-ones and Kwon Alexander with a deep wheel route during the same drill. McKinnon is such a good receiver for a running back. He'll be fun to watch if he stays healthy. Tight end Chase Herrell. He beat starting strong side linebacker Dre Greenlaw with an out route during team drills. Herrell certainly can get open on his own, unlike Woerner. Not sure if Herrell can block though. He has time to learn. Tight end Ross Dwelley. He didn't practice, but he watched it from the sideline, and he wasn't wearing a walking boot or using crutches, so the injury doesn't seem serious. Or at least I hope it isn't. I'm looking forward to Dwelley time this season, and I expect to get it. Will they cut Tom Compton once everyone is healthy? They better. They should. He's in the running for worst player in training camp. He should not make the team. He's too expensive. They instantly save $2 million. If they cut him, cut him. Cut him, dude. Look, this is what I see with Tom Compton. He's built like a tackle. He should not play guard. He's tall, he's lean, he's not strong. His pad level's high. He's an awful, awful guard. As a tackle, he looks like he could be one of the better tackles on the street who's not signed. On a team, he shouldn't be on a team.